I never anticipated uncovering anything remarkable as I sifted through my great-aunt Miriam's belongings in her sprawling Yorkshire manor. At 96, she had passed away, leaving behind decades of solitude and mystery in the house she refused to leave. Sorting through her possessions revealed the expected moth-eaten furniture, outdated fashions, and faded family photographs, but the attic held a secret, buried beneath mounds of dust and old linens. It was a journal bound in cracked leather, its pages tinged with the yellow of centuries. The name scrawled on the cover in an elegant hand stopped me cold. Edwin Lockwood, 1667. Edwin Lockwood. The name carried weight in our family's folklore. A distant ancestor, a physician during the Great Plague of London, whose memory was cloaked in tales of brilliance and dread. With trembling hands, I opened the journal, and its contents made my blood run cold. 14th of May, 1667. The plague's arrival in London's streets is as dreadful as we feared, but there is something in this outbreak that eludes reason. It defies all my knowledge of medicine. Today, I was summoned to attend young Samuel Whitmore, the merchant's son, on Bread Street. His symptoms were typical: fever, chills, and an ominous swelling in his neck. Yet upon closer examination, the swelling betrayed something unnatural. Beneath the skin, there was motion, not the erratic pulsing of infection, but something deliberate, intentional. When I lanced the bubo, what emerged was not mere pus and blood. I struggled to recount it even now. Threads, black and wiry, seemed to writhe within the fluids, twisting and coiling as though alive. The boy succumbed within hours. His father, desperate, begged me to examine the body further. Reluctantly, I acquiesced. The lymph nodes, when removed, revealed more of these grotesque fibers. Beneath my crude microscope, they appeared crystalline, branching and alive in a way that should not be. I have preserved samples. God forgive me, I must understand what I've seen. 17th of May, 1667. 3 more cases today, each presenting the same horrifying anomalies. The fibers, these unholy growths, become more complex with every patient. They weave intricate patterns as though they have purpose. I've taken to sketching their shapes, but my crude drawings fail to capture their sinister precision. My colleague, Dr. George Halstead, dismisses my findings as delusions born of exhaustion. He sees only the plague, nothing more, but he has not watched these fibers move, he has not seen them grow. There is more, though I hesitate to commit it to paper. The afflicted speak of visions in their final hours. Not feverish hallucinations, but detailed and consistent imagery. Vast labyrinthine tunnels stretching beneath the earth, and within these passages something moves, something ancient and unspeakable. Are these merely the ravings of dying minds, or is there a grim truth to their visions? 22nd of May, 1667. My preserved samples have changed. The fibers multiply, forming structures that resemble written language in a script I cannot decipher. As I observe them, I feel as though they are observing me in turn. The rats have grown bold, their behavior more coordinated. They swarm in groups, their movements synchronized as though drawn by a single purpose. I found them clustered in my laboratory today, surrounding the cabinet where I store the samples. They seem to listen. I dream now of the tunnels described by my patients, endless pulsating paths that seem to breathe with their own life. Whispers echo through these dreams in languages no human tongue should speak. I tell myself it is fatigue, but I know better. 27th of May, 1667. The infection spreads rapidly, but it is not the disease's toll that terrifies me most. It is the pattern. In the arrangement of bodies, the growth of the fibers, and even the movement of the rats. Everything adheres to a branching structure, an intricate design I first observed in the samples. This is no random contagion, it is construction. We are its medium. Dr. Halstead visited again, his demeanor uneasy. He urged me to rest, to abandon my obsessive studies, yet his eyes lingered on my notes and samples. Later, I discovered some of my work was missing. 3rd of June, 1667. I no longer sleep. The dreams have consumed me. I walk the tunnels endlessly, following the branching paths until I reach their heart. And there, at the center, something stirs, vast and waiting, its intent unknowable. The infections spread across London forms a perfect replica of the patterns I have observed in my samples. This is not disease, but design. Something sentient uses us to grow, to expand, to awaken. I visited the Whitmores again. The entire family now carries the marks. They do not die, they change. The fibers spread beneath their skin, dark and branching like veins. They speak in unison, describing the visions I see in my dreams. They say it is nearly complete. 5th of June, 1667. Dr. Halstead returned, his eyes wild. He admitted to taking my samples, desperate to prove me wrong. Instead, he found the truth. The patterns, he claims, are messages, a language. The fibers are not symptoms, they are its essence. A growing network that connects all it touches. The infected do not succumb to the plague, they become part of it. Halstead's warnings were cut short. The infected are coming for me now, led by him. I hear them in the streets below, their movements eerily synchronized. The rats come first, their eyes gleaming with unnatural intelligence. I've hidden this journal, sealed it with instructions for its destruction, but should it ever be found, let this serve as a warning. Burn it and forget everything within. Some knowledge is a curse. The patterns are everywhere, waiting to spread. Once you see them, they will see you. The journal ended abruptly, the final page stained with what looked like dried blood. As I closed it, my skin prickled with unease. It was then I noticed a faint mark on my wrist, a dark line branching beneath my skin. I told myself it was nothing, a coincidence, but deep down I knew the truth. The pattern had already begun. Like and subscribe for more thrilling horror content. Part 2 coming soon.